No. Are we back? Looks like it. I don't trust it. Phew. I think we actually managed that. Now, before I get too much into it, let's look around a bit. Because I need to rearrange a few things, because they decided to just fuck it up, basically. I love it. God damn it, I really do love it when it does that. Why? Why would you do this? Why do you hate? Okay, I restored that to somewhat reasonable degree. Now I need to restore the other to a somewhat reasonable degree as well. Just give me a second here, my dear friends, while I'm trying to get things done. I really would have liked to save myself that trouble, but apparently that's not an option. Why? I really do wonder why. Well, that's a lot of lost stuff. No, I need to click around like an idiot and think about what I'm actually lost. Why? No. Well, that's a lot of good stuff, yes, but it's kinda in the way there. I never really thought I'd come to the point where I'm like, I got just too much fucking in the way of tabs open. But, strangely enough, I've come to the conclusion that I usually have too many tabs open. Kinda annoys me. Just a little bit. Okay, let's get rid of you, because you're in the way. You are in the way. Because I would actually rather like to see what I'm doing, you know? It's kinda how I like to do things. And I'm still missing one, aren't I? Yes, I fucking am. I knew it. I knew it. What the literal hell? What sort of nonsense have I created here? Well, lots of it apparently. I'm very good at creating very, very unreasonable things. Apparently. Now I need you, I believe, yes. And I need you. Why the fuck does this need to be so fucking complicated? It's not complain too loudly, or something horrible happens. this looks... We've got a very reasonable amount of stuff back up and running. Actually surprising how much a few minor restarts can actually fuck with you. Now. Let me take a look here. Don't worry, it's only a matter of hours before we actually can do something. As per usual, one would say. Okay. Things aren't looking nearly as bad as they could. No, I need you up again. Why, game? Why do you decide to do this for me? Do you hate me that much? Well, this is not how I had hoped this would work, but okay. As usual, you can't have everything. Not even close to it to be true, but you know. One dares to dream sometimes that things would just, work for once. Maybe twice. Not really the best plan, so to speak. Now, getting closer to our goal. While I'm at it, let me actually try out if this is still working, because I'd be very pissed off if it didn't. Oh, it does. Good that you didn't see that. It was a bit more, let's say, graphical than I expected it to. Well, to be fair, I was expecting something, just not that much. Now, which one of you did I actually head up and considered reasonably useful? If you could just tell me, that would be very nice indeed. Because interestingly enough, my memory might be a bit scattered sometimes, but I usually do know at least what I'm actually making use of. Usually. Why? God forsaken, damn it. Well, that's a good lesson to learn, actually. Never try to actually install anything when you're trying to do something. I mean, I didn't expect it to be that much of a mess, but it apparently is. Now my memory is trying desperately to remember which ones of those I still fucking needed. If I had more of a memory, that would be very useful right about now. Sure, I had you up. What else was there that I actually needed to have on my screen? No, it wasn't YouTube. YouTube. No. That's actually something wrong. It's not YouTube, it's U2 in this case. And no, I don't think I need you. Jesus, was it you? Did I hit you up? No, I don't think so. You very specific, aren't you? Not you either? Not any of you? No, I don't think so. Yeah. No, not anything for you. There's nothing in there. Okay, I think we have everything from there. Alright, that one. I knew it. Where did I save that one? Oh, just give me a second. It can only be, you know, a matter of an hour or so till I get everything back up. Professionalism, here we go. You too. Now, somewhere in this long list should be what I'm looking for. It's not here, it's not there. It's here? No, doesn't look like it. Are you the one I'm looking for? Yeah, seriously, I should actually clean this up at some point and probably get rid of half of this stuff. So that you can actually see what I want to see. Well. Also I say, in this very fresh new year, and then I'm just going to forget it anyway, because, well, obviously I will. It's actually something I'm very good at. Well, also this is actually a good opportunity to well, let the game start. We could, after all, do something useful while sitting around and waiting. So, now, I think I actually got anything. I don't know if I can actually clean up here a bit. Things shouldn't look nearly as bad. You need to stay, 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 you do. You can go. You can go. There is my open. And of course people are going to start messaging me right about now, because why the fuck not? Jesus fucking Christ, people. It's all the New Year messages floating in. You can stay, you can go away, you can stay, you can go away, you can go away, you can go away, you can go away, you can stay. You can go away, you need to stay, you can stay, you... I don't even remember what you were for and why I actually had you open, but okay, you can stay. Sure, I'm gonna miss you. I close you now. You can stay, you can stay, you can stay for now. You can go, and you can go. Now I think everything should be in reasonable order again. Oh wait, I actually forgot one. Oh dear memory. You aren't really meant to be good. Now we need to reopen you. To... where the fucking hell actually was I? Well, I think somewhere around here. That should be good. Well, okay. I shall accept it as it is and try to clean up the rest some other time, because I'm probably going to get crazy otherwise. So, now we can actually see. Do you start? Yes, you did. Now, let's change view. And as we can see, we see nothing. That's nice, I suppose. Ha 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 ha. This has taken a lot longer than I was expecting it to take. Jesus. Well. Oh, we can finally actually play a game instead of just listening to music. This year starts off on a very great note indeed. Well, let us not be deterred by that and actually, no, the origins. Because this is actually, well, concerning its BioWare title, one of the better ones. At least one I enjoyed a bit more. Roop. Yeah, well, the world is doomed. That's nothing new. The world is always doomed, apparently. Then some poor sod has to clean up.
Teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world.
Oh no!
The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn.
Oh.
They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless.
Nice. Can I join them?
The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten.
Yeah, well, shit happens, you know.
We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. It may even be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon.
And what might that one be, my friend?
Maker, help us all.
I'm sure it's gonna help you. Oh, once again, let's get back to these mages trying to invade heaven. So where do I need to sign up? Want my soul, a bit of my blood or something? Ooh, background. Now, before I do this, I need to actually look up something else because... professionalism. You are indeed my greatest enemy. Da, 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 da. Now, let's look here. Yada 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 yada. Hmm. Is it this, or this one? Not even I remember at this point. Right. So how do we do this? Once more, my memory is not the best at it. Wasn't this? Wasn't this? Isn't this one? Memory would help me here. That would be very nice. Da-dee-da-dee-da. No reason to think about it too much. Doesn't gonna work. Oh, what am I gonna be? You know what? I'm gonna be this one. Ooh, a draft. That looks interesting. You cannot even be a mage. That's sad. Elfie. The human with a horrible hairstyle. All have horrible hairstyles, now that I think about it. I can only be a noble. Can only be a magi. What are the other backgrounds? Can be a Dalish elf. Oh, right, elves, yeah. City elf. The one that's oh so well treated. What can I be as a draft? A draft commoner? Or a draft noble? Either way, I end up as a noble. Well, warrior seems nice, easy enough. Well, I haven't played this game in a while. Probably better to not try anything too, you know, exuberant. Well, that's a strange choice of word there. Well, you look kind of disinterested. But sure. Sure.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings. What's... Oh, different presets. Now, you look horrible. You look horrible. You look better, but still horrible. Jesus, you have suddenly turned Asian when I wasn't looking. Okay, it's probably better when we do a bit of work here. Now, what does you do? You are dead. Okay, let's not do that. I don't want to look at that for now. So, oh, we can black. Let's not be black. I hear it's not good. Oh, green. Who blushes in green? Well, apparently some people do. How about we don't blush like an idiot? And lip color. What's with the green and blue tones? We have some red. You know what? Yeah, let's just take that. A shade. We have something. You know what? No, let's not. Let's just not. Really, I wasn't. Jesus. Who actually would tattoo their face like this? That looks horrible. Yeah. Yes, I would very much like hair. Something that looks reasonably... Okay, just jump there. Don't mind. Is my mouse moving on its own? Why am I just stupid? Well. How much? This is probably as good as it gets. And... Well, yeah, I do know where I got that idea from. Yeah. You don't have any eyebrows anymore. No? Okay. Okay. Eyes. Eye shape. Well, that's not much in the choice department. It looks horrible anyway. It looks very horrible. Yeah, I probably shouldn't play around with this too much. because otherwise you could spend a lot of time on this probably. Yeah, come on, do it to me again. Oh, I want to play around with your nose. You know what? It's actually looking rather nice. Let's see if there's anything better. No, they all look horrible. Okay. I getcha. Let's make you a little bit bigger. This. Considering that I will have to look at your face in conversation probably a long time. Maybe take a bit of a... Fuck's sake, I need to turn you again. Yeah, a little bit flat. Small. Good, that's done. Yeah, whoop, whoop. Looks horrible either way. Good to know. So, Jesus, how many goddamn options are there? Could you stop? What's that? Your cheekbones. Actually, I'm rather happy with that. Yes. You've got ears. Very good with there. Let's make those a bit smaller. This looks horrible. This looks horrible. Let's stay somewhere in the middle. Look down, look up. I do wonder what's the point actually. Oh, well, I'm sure it has some meaning.
No, it is gone. Greetings. Greetings. Charmed.
Jesus.
Greetings. Ugh, my spell. What does it take to kill these things?
Charmed.
Yeah, I'm not. Don't worry.
It didn't work.
Also, your teeth look horrible.
Not working.
Greetings.
You know what? I'm gonna actually give you another hair color. How about just black? Because, Jesus. Well. Now let's take a moment to consider this and well, I really don't have a good idea. You know what? I'm gonna let it there. Lisa, that sounds reasonably nice. Whoop. Ooh, I get points to spend. It's small. Constitution. High Constitution. Cunning. Gems of patterns. Combat tactics. Magic, I don't think we will need. Warrior. Yeah. Escape Cosmos builds. Stamina for combat techniques. Okay, that's actually rather useful. Extension. Blah, blah, blah. It makes a good one. Acting. Sure. Whatever. Let me give myself some more strength. Ooh. Coercion. Stealing. Full trap mechanism used for survival. Herbalism. Poison making. Proof combat training. Expert combat training. Combat tactics. 16 cunning. Well, that sounds like a reasonable thing to do for a main character. How does my cunning actually look? Not that bad. But also not that good. Jesus, people just love messaging me about this time, isn't it? Let's actually do this. But don't forget to actually do it. Then learn the very first step. Archery, weapon and shield. What would be good here? Integrate health and reduce the value for wearing armor. That sounds useful. But that takes a lot of strength. Dual weapon sounds lame. Weapon and shield not my thing. So how about two-handed? Mighty blow. Pommel strike. Let's take that one. And let's become powerful. Ooh! Difficulty. As usual, just give me the normal stuff, please. I don't want anything more or anything less. Well, it took a while to get there, but we're actually going to be in the game at some point. Oh boy. Well, at some point. If you finish loading, that is.
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial Darkspawn rising in the south.
Damn, dramatic.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True, that we both had less grey in our hair then, and we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
Isn't that basically the same?
At least the smell will be the same.
See?
I'm sorry, Pop, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my daughter?
I see she's become a lovely young woman.
I'll smash your face,
Pleased to
bitch.
see you again, my dear.
Yeah, now this is better. Can't actually see the fourth option. God damn it, game.
My son Thomas asked after you. Perhaps I should bring him with me next time. As you get older, those years make less difference. A lesson often hard won.
I doubt she'll be receptive, Hal. My fierce girl has her own mind these days. Make her bless her heart.
No doubt because you've trained her as a warrior. How unique.
At any rate, Pop, I summoned you for a reason.
Okay.
Your brother and I are both away. I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
The very fact that I can't read that option is
Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region.
okay.
You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan.
Well, a
It's
few
an honor
settings.
to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Kuzland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
Man,
We
you are
rarely have the
slimy.
pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
Not permanently, I fear.
Well,
Without their warning of the Darkspawn rising now, half the nation could have been overrun before we'd had a chance to react. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your daughter is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is my daughter we're talking about.
You did just finish saying that Grey Wardens are heroes, old friend.
Yes,
I've
yes.
not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Sure. I'm probably gonna be able to do that.
In the meantime, find Fergus and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me. Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt, spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lass and do as I've asked.
Yeah,
We'll
sure,
talk soon.
that. I can do this. So now I can start changing things around so I can actually see stuff. That would be preferable. Not you. I don't like to change that. But I will do it so I can actually see what I'm doing. Anything else? Yeah, that would also be very nice. So now let me see how this works. Right, I can zoom in. Jesus.
Good evening, my lady.
I'm sorry, but I believe your father wishes to talk to the Arl and myself alone. Your father has left you in charge of the castle? Then I will see you at dinner tomorrow, if not sooner. As do I. Until then.
Oh. Do I have an... Yes, I have my inventory. Alright. What's that stuff? Where did I get that stuff? Don't even know why. Oh, probably the DLC stuff. Increase monetary gain. That sounds useful. Wolf charm. Mark vigilance. Increase monetary gains. I like it already. Well, that's also nice. Combat reduces hostility. More constitution, more penetration, +1 to everything. And just nothing. Oh, come on. Are you seriously? Or 2 slots, use them. 20% of knowledge, use this turn, use 1 point to spend on a skill, but it returns with other efforts. Go. Boom. Gives the reader 1 more points to spend on it. Nice. How do I make this? Okay, this was nice. Let's get it up to 16, so I have that out of the way. Then I can start going for my strain build. Nice. I've become more of a cunning bitch.
Shouldn't you be off to your brother, as I asked? When the king demands it. In fact, not sending our forces south would be a distinctly bad idea.
I don't know.
Don't worry, pup. You shouldn't see many problems, but I want you to prepare the men left here, in case. Legends of the Blights tell of horrible things.
Excuse
These
me.
Darkspawn once threatened many lands. If we can't hold them, you must prepare for the worst.
Okay, okay.
I know you will. You are a Kuzland, after all.
Well,
But let's
okay.
not speak of ominous things. We shall assume that all will go well, and the Maker will watch over us. I'll talk to you soon. Just let me finish my meeting with Duncan.
Sure, old man. You are looking slimy. I don't even want to talk to you. Well, I can talk to God, but why would I want to do that? They're supposed to serve me, not anything else. Well, was there? Oh yeah, there's a button to show me what's interactable. And I can just run away. Okay. Jesus. Father, I've been locked out of some doors. I would very much like you to open them for me. Now, let me get... I don't actually think I played with this one all that much. God. Anything I can plunder in the church? Oh? Sad.
Maker, prepare a place for us. Redeem our world from sin. Forgive our transgressions.
Maker, forgive us all.
How about no?
Have you come to pray for your brother and father? I'd be happy to ask for the Maker's blessings with you.
Sure, it
Would
makes
it not
you...
make you feel better?
No.
The prophet Andraste herself once doubted the path before her. Perhaps we should pray as she did. Creator of the heavens, world, and seas, we beseech you. Your daughter is astray, lost in the wood of desolation. May the flame of your truth guide her home. So let it be.
Nope.
I sincerely hope your soul is at ease. Now I shall pray for your father and your brother. Join in if your heart compels you.
It does
Creator
not.
of the sky, the land, and
Jesus,
the sea.
can I skip you?
Hear your people in our time of need. Let no man have cause to fear. Your faith is silent tonight. There are many more who must receive the Maker's blessings before they leave. If you would excuse me, we shall talk once.
Jesus. Waiter's religion always need to be such an annoyance. Is there anything I can plunder
Good
here?
evening, my lady.
Good evening. Right.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Don't get sassy with me.
Oh, my lady, we were just, well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Cairn stationed us here. I don't know. Nobody has come to look at the treasury. The Cairn, and perhaps the Tanner. Honestly don't know, my lady.
Well. You know what, just...
My lady is very kind to show us such lenience.
Yeah, I mean... long hours can be a bit tiring, you know? Just, take a chill pill. Now, do I have a map? I do. There's a kitchen, there's the pantry. Trim, library. Yeah, let's take a few looks around before we go anywhere. Hello again, Father. I'm just passing by. Don't worry about me. You know me. Always a little rascal, just going around, doing stuff, you know.
We will serve you while the Terran is away.
Nice.
We will serve you well while the Terran is gone.
I sure hope you will.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Ooh. God damn it. I kinda wanna play a more roguish character so I can do something about it, but I mean it's this is basically the tutorial, isn't it? I don't think there's gonna be anything of real worth in there. So I'm just gonna ignore that.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Who the fucking hell are you?
I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again.
What?
And is threatening to leave. Your mother disagrees. She insists you collect the dog, and quickly.
Oh, he needs a dog, I take it.
Mabari hounds. He'll listen to his mistress, but anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
Sounds good.
That would be wise, before Nan tears down the walls. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that
Quite
means
valuable.
he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we? She was entertaining Lady Landra and her son when I left her, perhaps in the atrium. Before we go, my lady, might I beg a question?
Sure.
I've heard from several people that a Grey Warden is here. Is that true? Then, is it also true that this Grey Warden was asking after me? Maker's breath, are you certain? Can you imagine me, a Grey Warden? It would be everything I've dreamed of. Of course, I
kinda don't feel it.
get ahead of myself. Pardon my outburst.
Well, then, let me look around here.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves. I swear it.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down. A blight wolf is what he is. How am I supposed to work like this?
Oh dear. Mistress, calm down, please.
That's it. I'll quit. Inform the Turner. I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
Nan, please. We'll get the dog. Calm down.
Jesus,
Just
that
get him
woman.
gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Yeah, that woman's tutorial. Are you seriously forcing me to not do anything? God fucking damn it. Why should I do this? For fuck's sake, tutorial.
Now's better than later.
Now, let's go in there. Oh. You're a good boy. Pretty damn busy, eh?
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
You look happy.
Oh, encourage the hound, why don't you? No wonder he keeps giving Nan fits.
What you trying to tell
It does
me?
seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait, did you hear that?
How to call the dog? Wow, we are beset by rats. No.
Bet you I can sit in 2 blows.
Damn. We are getting pretty bloodied by just killing some rats. Boom. Still want a big sword.
Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell.
You tell me
The
about it,
hound must
boy.
have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
See, he's a very, very good boy.
Those were rats from the Kokari Wilds. Best not to tell Nan. She's upset enough as it is.
How are we going to hide
As soon
this?
as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Arl's men.
I mean, seriously, how the hell am I supposed to hide this from her? There's a giant number of dead rats lying around and we are bloodied as hell. But sure, I'm not going to outright tell her. Let her find all of the dead bodies in here on her own.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt. Look at him now. Snuck into my larder once again and makes off like a free thief, he does.
Oh, mistress, there are rats in the larder. Big ones.
Oh, looks like the dog killed them.
Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with.
Come on. See.
Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms.
Are you now?
Here then. Take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog.
Well, then once again, the dogs win.
Thank you, my lady. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
Yeah, you just try to sound tough, old lady. You're not that tough. Oh, that's actually... well, okay. I don't suppose, my dear little doggy, you've got any, skill at, opening locks? Yeah, excuse me. Well, yeah, no, I wasn't really expecting that.
Good evening, my lady.
Is it evening? It looks pretty damn midday-ish. To me. I mean... maybe I'm wrong, yeah, sure, but... I was there. Yes, a library. Library sounds good.
Now's better than later.
You consider yourself squires?
Got it.
Ooh, I got XP. Right, you got XP for this, actually.
All right.
Hello, old man.
My dear girl.
You look
By
old.
chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Nice.
Do we have to? History is boring.
Shut up, boy. Beat you.
Boys, you are referring to the Couslands, the very family in whose castle you live. Show some respect. Perhaps you could help me with that. Might you join me in
Yes,
teaching this
give me the
lesson?
stick. Give me the stick.
Wonderful. Oh, the Cousland history is long indeed. Where shall we start?
Yeah,
Well, records are vague, but the Couslands became Tierns during the Black Age. Is that familiar, child? Good. I'm pleased some of my lessons seem to have stuck.
no, I'm just cunning
At
in.
that time, your family held only the minor title of Ban. When the werewolves reached this area, Ban Mather Cousland organized a curfew and patrols within the city. Several other
Sounds
local
reasonable.
bands supported his efforts by swearing oaths of fealty, making him their Tiern.
Nice.
Well, I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young lady. A pity you don't spend the same care whetting the edge of your mind as your tongue.
But
At any
I'm
rate,
trying.
your family has held the Ternier of High Ever since before King Calenhad united Ferelden.
Nice.
In fact, Tierna Elethea Cousland battled Calenhad to maintain High Ever's independence.
Oh.
The Couslands are ardent royalists now, but at that time, Calenhad was unknown and considered dangerous by many. When Calenhad's army reached High Ever, Tierna Elethea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Calenhad won. Calenhad wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elethea's men were defeated, Calenhad asked her to swear fealty. The boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that event.
How nice.
The history between the Couslands and the House reaches back to the Orlesian occupation. During your grandfather's rule, of course, Orlais found it difficult to hold these lands. During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near High Ever. The port village of Harper's Ford was the Ternier's center. Its Arl was Tarleton Howe. Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale. Your grandfather openly supported the rebellion, but Howe sided with Orlais. Your family was forced to seize Harper's Ford before it was all over.
Doesn't sound like a good start of a friendship.
True, but if you expect to rule simply on writ, you'll find yourself ousted by a coalition of angry Arls.
Oh, let him try.
The House eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Loghain. Just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King Cailan, to fight the Darkspawn. Thank you for indulging an old man.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm sure you're gonna die sometime in the future.
Listen to you now.
Silence! I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans.
Aw.
But perhaps you should go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself for all the good I'm doing. Don't left myself all this while you do this.
Well, we learned a very important lesson. Yeah, don't know if it's important or not, but you know.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Now, here is my lovely daughter.
And her blood-stained
Take
dog.
it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled. You've always had a way with her. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
Nope.
I think we
Don't.
last met at your mother's spring salon.
Ah, okay, let's suck up to people because we are... Oh,
You're
so
too
nice.
kind, dear girl. Didn't I spend half the salon trying to convince you to marry my son?
You did.
And made a very poor case for it, I might add.
You remember my son, Dyron. He's not married yet either.
You're trying to
Don't
say something.
listen to her. It's good to see you again, milady. You're looking as beautiful as ever.
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
Hello?
It is a great pleasure, my lady. You are as pretty as your mother describes.
Aren't I?
And she says that after seeing you whacking stuffed men in the courtyard, sweating like a mule.
Your daughter's prowess with the blade is most impressive.
I was quite the battle maiden myself in my day. But I think it was the softer arts that helped me land a husband.
Well, with teeth as nice as yours, I guess that was a lot of work for you, eh?
All evidence to the contrary.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Sure, sure. Just get out
Good
of the way.
evening, your ladyship.
Once again, let me question. Is it evening? It looks fucking
You
midday.
should say goodbye to Fergus while you have the chance.
I will. I will.
Yes, your father mentioned that. You haven't got it into your head that you want to be recruited.
Maybe.
There's enough here at the castle to occupy you. I don't need you off chasing danger like your brother. If he's not out with his men, probably upstairs with Oriana. I know it's difficult to stay in the castle and watch others ride off, but we must see to our duties first. You understand that, don't you?
Okay.
It's in the Maker's hands now, and we must cope as best we can. As do I. Your father and brother are marching off to fight Maker knows what. All the assurances in the world don't comfort me.
They're fighting
But it wouldn't
Darkspawn.
help for us
Come
to
on.
take up arms and follow. Fergus and your father have their duty, and we have ours. For a few days. Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate, and keep her company for a time. Your father thinks my presence here might undermine your authority. Good. I was worried you might be nervous about running the castle alone.
Nah, don't you worry. I'm going to turn it into... Well... Good question, actually. If I can get enough young, sweet maidens into a nice little broocher, maybe. No, start my own little business.
I love you, my darling girl. You know that, don't you?
Well...
Go do what you must, then. I will see you soon.
Now, in every parent's life comes the moment where a child will completely disappoint you by being, well... an adult human being and all that entails. Hi, beauty.
That is a wonderful dog. He seems very noble and intelligent.
Doesn't he? Doesn't he?
Greetings once again, my lady. My lady is very kind. Thank you.
Let's go to
My family has
everything
been in
here.
service to hers for many years.
Uh-huh.
Lady Landra elevated my place as a reward for our loyalty. I hope this position might pass to my daughter.
Well, seems you're getting around.
Forgive me, I shouldn't have mentioned her.
Oh, why not?
Her name is Amathine. Her father died of a wasting sickness 2 years ago.
Wow.
Thank you. He is with the Maker now. She does. Many people say she looks a great deal like me. I'm the only one who sees her father in her.
That's actually quite often the case.
I have risen very high for my people. I would not tempt fate by wishing more. Lady Landra is good to her elven servants. That is not true in many households, but I hear it is in yours.
Yeah, we're
It
all
speaks
for
well of
equality,
your
you know.
father to show such compassion. Lady Landra has been very good to me. I am lucky. If I may, I see that you have no ladies in waiting. Is this usual for a noble woman of your rank?
No, I'm just special.
You are very kind, my lady. I am nobody special. You make me blush.
Yes, I'm trying to bet you.
I am an open book, my lady. What would you like to know? Lady Landra's manor is not half so large as your castle, so my family lives in the alienage. There, we do not stand out quite so much. In an alienage, my daughter learns what it means to be elven. As much as possible, so much of our history has been lost.
Well, sad things about it, eh?
That is an awkward question. What do you mean? Some humans, yes, without question.
Nice.
No longer. I have little time for such things. You flatter me, my lady. I am not so pretty that suitors are lining up, if that's what you
Come
mean.
on, we are trying to be very much trying here to get you.
Are we doing just that? What else did you have in mind?
Oh, come on. Are you? You know?
I see. I think I might like that. If I come to your door once everyone is asleep, would that be agreeable, my lady?
Oh, that was easy. It's good to be, what are we? 10 or something?
Until tonight, then.
Nice, I got myself a date. Well, needed to basically, you know, drive it home with a dump truck through a very, very small gate, but it did work. So, let's ignore this sad, poor excuse of a person. And what were we supposed to do? Alright, we were supposed to look for my brother. Don't worry, mother, I'm going to get to it. You know, I just had to get myself a date. So now that I'm feeling reasonably well about myself.
So you can get off my back.
Oh, about you shut up about your goddamn ladder. Jesus, that woman has an annoying way to do things. Many doors. I need a key. I need another key. Now then, what's this? Oh, this is my room. Hey, what do you have in your room? Well, apparently not very much. Or at least nothing I can take.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Can I get you a gag so you finally shut up?
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
Sure,
That sword, Oren, and I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
You just promised your own death,
Victory
I
was
know.
indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little sister to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
Oh.
He is as mortal as anyone, despite his refusal to believe.
Look at this
Now,
man.
love, no
He's
need to be
not
grim.
mortal.
I wish you could come. It'll be tiring killing all those darkspawn myself.
In Antiva, a woman fighting in battle would be unthinkable.
Is that so? I always heard Antivan women were quite dangerous.
With kindness and poison only, my husband.
This from the woman who serves me my tea.
Good sign when the woman who serves the tea talks about poisoning.
Really? Was he riding a griffin?
Shh, Orin. Griffins only exist in stories now.
I'd heard that. Did he say why he's come? Oh, if I were a Grey Warden, little sister, I'd have my eye on you. Not that father would ever allow it.
Why is everybody so convinced that I would make a Grey Warden a good one?
If it's any consolation, I'm sure I'll freeze in the southern rain and be completely jealous of you up here, warm and safe.
I am positively thrilled that you will be so miserable, husband.
What a nice wife you are.
Word from the south is that the battles have gone well. There's no evidence that this is a true blight, just a large raid.
Could that be true?
I'll see for myself soon enough. Pray for me, love, and I'll be back within a month or two.
You so want to die, eh? Making such promises.
Then the Owl's men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many Darkspawn to behead, so little time.
I know.
Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
Which would be more useful.
I keep telling you, no Darkspawn will ever best me.
The Maker sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
Ah, just let me get out
Bring
there.
us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
Basically,
a wench
yes.
is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Orin. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, Maker's breath. It's like living with a pair of small boys. Thankfully, I have a daughter.
Isn't it nice?
I'll miss you, mother dear. You'll take care of her, sister, won't you?
Yeah, don't you worry.
Oh, good. How thrilling to know I'm so well taken care of.
No?
Enough, enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night.
Yes, I want.
We've much to do tomorrow.
I've got a date. Not anything else to talk about.
You should need any assistance in...
Getting sent to bed early, are we? What? You saucy minx.
Fergus, really?
It's the elven lass that arrived with Lady Landra, isn't it? Don't you tell me it isn't. At any rate, I'll miss you. Take care of everyone, and be here when I get back.
I mean, where else would I be? I'm responsible for this lands and stuff like this, isn't it?
Best do as your father says, darling.
You should be on your way, pup. Long day ahead tomorrow. Your brother and I go into battle, not an afternoon tea. Who knows what will happen to us?
Well...
I will tell you, however, you're my darling daughter. I love you. And I trust you completely to carry on the Kuzlin name if the worst should happen.
Is that even possible?
But don't worry about me, dear girl. You'll have enough to occupy your mind while I'm gone.
I mean, I'm a daughter.
I know that
even,
you'll do me proud. You've grown into a sensible woman. That much is clear.
Is it even reasonable for me to carry on the name? I'm pretty sure I can't. Well, maybe she looks down. So, let's see this ending up horrible, because, well, you know. So, what's gonna ruin my little date? Is it betrayal? Also, why do you sleep with your underwear on? That's strange. I seem to be very much naked. Well, at least my dog is pissed. That's not a good sign.
Your hound is making so much noise. He seems so angry. I thought I heard yelling when I woke up, but now I hear nothing.
That's not good. That's really not a good sign.
I'm gonna see if someone's in the hall.
Yes. You just killed my date, you asshole. I'm gonna beat you with my bare fists, if I have to. Okay, this is going to take a while, isn't it? Well. Come here, you. Come here, you asshole. Yeah, now you're getting a bit too loud for my taste, game. Not so loud. Don't scream in my ear that much. Well, I will admit it does take a bit of a long time to beat them with my bare fists. Well, but that's what you deserve. I'm not even going to take you seriously. I hope you feel better about yourself.
Darling, I heard fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt?
Nah.
What? The elven girl? But why?
I don't know. Maybe they don't like lesbians.
There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Howl's men. Why would they attack us?
Well, because they're assholes.
You don't think Howl's men were delayed? On purpose? That bastard. I'll cut his lying throat myself. Have you seen your father? He never came to bed. We must find him. And trust his mercy. What if the soldiers went into your brother's room first? Let's check on them quickly. Then we'll look for Bryce downstairs.
Sure. Since this is getting awfully, you know, let me equip myself. Who needs a shield anyway? I don't need a shield. Now, do I have any weapon? I would like a two-handed sword, please. Do I need to? Okay, let's make it like this. What's this? Press generating account, sacrificing attack speed for bonus. That's not good when you're using a two-handed. Don't think so. What's this? Sun arms. Right back, rather than window. Spend it to attack for a short time. Oh, that's useful. First things first, let us collect stuff. Yes, this is an RPG. You need to collect all the stuff. Damn it, my date. King hell. Okay. Mother, do you have a weapon equipped? Apparently not. Here, take this mace. Oh, my dog leveled up. What would be good for dog? Yes, this. Oh, I can finally plunder stuff.
Perhaps we can salvage some things here, darling. Some of your father's belongings are in that trunk. Right away.
Oh, none of you can actually do it. Digga, great sword. I see great sword. I like very much. Oh, god damn it, father. Why didn't you tell me you had something that great for me? Well, that indeed looks pretty damn great. That thing's longer than me. Now let's see the dead bodies. Well, yeah.
No! My little Oren! What manner of fiend slaughters innocents?
It's snowing.
How is not even taking hostages? He means to kill all of us.
Yeah, then let's kill him first.
Let's go, I don't want to see this.
Yes, I know, it's dramatic and all of that. Let's plunder stuff. We can't. Can't even loot their corpses. That's not nice. Okay, so who is going to stand in my way? You. Blade into the face, eh? Don't like that, eh? I like that move very much so. I kind of forget what just gave me to our fun. I would very much like to go in there. Well. That was bloody.
All right.
Yeah, sure. I'm not skilled at it.
Better than later.
Got it. You've got money on you. Be a shame if someone took it off you, eh?
Oh, dear Landra. I'm so sorry. If she hadn't come to me.
You think about the old lady, I think about the young one. Yeah. And a nice little date there. Ooh. I forgot to do this too.
Can you hear the fighting? Hal's men must be everywhere.
Well, why should we care?
Don't be foolish. You would throw your life away?
What? Didn't you see how massacred that one guy?
That's where your father must be. I have my treasury key. We could go there first and take the Kuslan sword from the vault. If anything is worth fighting to keep out of Hal's hands, it's that sword. But it may be a dangerous path. If Hal's men are inside, they must already control the castle. We must use the servant's entry in the larder to escape. Do you hear me? Then survive and visit vengeance upon him.
Okay. No, that night.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Shut up about your goddamn ladder. Jesus, bitch, you are fucking annoying. So where the hell would I go? Anywhere. Where's the treasury? Down there. Oh, there's a servant of mine.
The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here!
Well, wise decision, my friend. What?
Yes, my lady. Here,
I'm not gonna load it. Oh no! They used my own little trick against me. It's not very nice. Yeah, that hurts, eh? Don't mind me, I'm just busy. Oh, he's dead already. Yeah, you take care of that. I'm just gonna be in here for a while. Don't you worry about me. Ooh, pile of books. Sure, I'll take it. Also, I have a very interesting way of walking around, apparently. Oh, shite. Enemies. I'm not meant to fight alone. Well, this is not looking good. Yep, I saw it coming down. Should have waited for a bit of reinforcement, but you know. Come on, dog. Attack them. Oh, but your mother's dying. I actually have something to heal you. No. Nope, they don't. This is working splendidly well, isn't it? Ah. No, I don't think this is going to work out, my friend. Okay, we may have taken a bit more than we can chew. Yes, my dirty hands. Ah, agreed. My oldest friend. Oh, right, you. I have to equip actually something to fight. You. Anything else I need? Rest I can do later. Nope. Let's kill them again. Well, those two guys don't seem to care all that much. Just standing back there like, "Rup, we don't care." Now you care about me. That won't help you. Okay. Bit of a lesson learned there. Don't take on all that many. Oh. That's needlessly brutal. Yes, we've already had this.
The worst. Are you hurt?
Hmm.
What? Did you see their shields? Those are Howl's men.
Mm.
Why would they attack us? You don't... Have you seen your father? He never came to bed. We must find him.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Oh. Let's go in here.
Perhaps we can salvage some things. Got it.
Take everything. And then once again should have great sword. But I can't use because I still have not got the strange. Alright, I need to level up. I forgot about that one. Da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Where is that one that I... This one. I think I took last time. Yes, I think I did. This one... As I can plunder, yeah, this is locked anyway. Give me your stuff.
I'll get on it.
Ah! A poor way to end a nice night.
Got it.
Oh god, they're all dead. Covering as it is. Now... We don't have anything for you. Dear mother, are you actually good at anything? You are quite the mixed bag, aren't you? Well, I'm gonna give you a longsword. Give you a shield. What's that? Leather armor. I don't even like leather armor. But sure, when I get it for free, let's equip it. Sure. Freeze monitor gains. Well, seems reasonable enough. Now then, have I forgotten anything? I don't think so. There we go. I'm just gonna kill you all. Damn it. He stunned me. Now this time, let's not overdo it.
Oh, dear Landra. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm not.
If she hadn't come to me. If she hadn't...
Yeah, we can bitch about it all the fucking day. It's not gonna change anything.
Can you hear the fighting?
Yeah.
Housemen must be everywhere. Could be the front gates. If anything is worth fighting to keep out of House hands, it's that sort. If House men are inside, they must...
Okay, actually, one question I have is actually a quick save button. Just in case, you know. Quick... camera controls, player controls, menus... Quick save, F5. That'll be very useful. Now then. Now here comes the servant again.
The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here!
No, you don't.
Yes, my lady. Here they come!
Fight, you idiot! This dirty fighting thing is really annoying. Down you go. Block that one. Idiot.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Shut up about your goddamn letter all the time.
Blast it. We'll have to go around.
Just go in there. Jesus, could you stop with the dirty fighting? I'm sorry. That's what you get for fighting dirty. You get a pummel to the face.
No chance at all. Now special later.
Damn. Well, how do you like them apples? Now, let's plunder stuff.
Where's the Terran? Does he live?
How the hell am I supposed to know that? Damn it, I'm not skilled enough. Okay, now. Jesus, you people are fucking everywhere, aren't you? Well, that's a lot of people to kill. One poor little dude. Shut up about your goddamn ladder all the time. Yeah, how do you like it, eh? How do you like it? I see not very much. Down. Will be quite annoying.
You will be avenged, old sage. I swear it.
Well, let's hope for the best.
Got it.
And expect the worst, of course. Now let's look here. Just a nice chest.
All right.
Yes, there are lots of enemies here. Yeah, at least I got a dog too. Moving around. Good, there's loot to be had. And down you go. Right, we wanted to go to the treasury.
We're getting close to the treasury. The Kuzlan family blade lies inside. Use that key I gave you. That blade cannot fall into Hal's hands.
Sure. I'm gonna deal with that.
So you can get off my back.
Well, people are dead. Ooh, stuff. You are longsword, of course. I wasn't expecting anything else from you, but still kinda annoying. How does that look? That looks fucking horrible. Oh, that looks a bit better. Well, we got ourselves some armor. There we go. Oh, and the pint here. Pimp my position. Oh, thanks for the stuff. I always like stuff. What? Pick it up. Yeah.
Now's better than later.
Was that that night? Well, nothing too surprising there. So much death and destruction.
Mother Malol has escaped.
Definitely need more abilities.
I'll get on it.
It worked reasonably well. And we didn't even die this time. Also, I said, when they came on the enemies. And stumping. I don't like being stunned at all. That's not very nice of you. Not nice. Not nice people. Get hit in the face. Bummer.
Now's better than later.
Now, kinda expecting something bad to happen when I go in there. Down we go. Oh, they got a mage. That's not good. Kill them all! Come on, let me help you with that. You don't seem to be able to finish that one. Oh, while you all are still busy, let me just oh, goddammit.
Man the gate! Keep those bastards out as long as you can!
I'm expecting some bad
Your
things.
ladyship, my lady, you're both alive. I was certain Howe's men had gotten through.
They killed Oriana and Oren. I can't believe. Are you injured?
Don't worry about me, your ladyship. Thank the Maker you two are unharmed. When I realized what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Howe's men out long. If you've another way out of the castle, use it quickly. When I last saw the Terran, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to find you. He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Maker watch over you.
Sure.
Maker watch over us all.
You just keep that door locked. Now, where's that Howe guy and how can I kill him?
So you can get off my back.
Ooh, the game is saving. Alright, that's the way to the kitchen, isn't it? Yeah, let's go down here first. Kill a few more guys. Never hurts.
Together we shall leave this place. We must get out. They're slaughtering everyone. Run!
Don't scream so much. It could still be worse. Think about it. Don't try to run, you coward. Fight. See, like that guy behind you. That servant is actually fighting. Reasonably well, even.
I'll get on it.
No, I don't think we can pass through here. Of course not. That would have been far too easy. Jesus, yes, many of you. There's another knight. I don't like it. But then again, it's very much like to have your armor. Did you just promise strike me, you asshole? I will get you. At some point. No. Can I get your armor?
Now's better than later.
Of course not. That would have been too easy. The sack. What do you hold? A mushroom. That's not much. Well, they were busy killing everybody. You're kind of bleeding there, my friend.
There, you both are. I was
Bryce!
wondering when you would get here.
Maker's blood, what's happening? You're bleeding!
Hal's men found me first. Almost did me in right there. He can't get away with this. The king will...
Bryce, we must get you out of here.
I won't survive the standing, I think.
Damn it.
Ah, my darling girl. If only Will could make it so.
Once Hal's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go!
Someone must reach Fergus. Tell him what has happened. Yes. Vengeance.
Bryce, no. The servant's passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
I'm afraid the turn is correct. House men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be
You look a little bit bloody, my friend.
You are Duncan, then? The Grey Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The turn and I tried to reach you sooner.
My daughter helped me get here. Make her be praised.
I am not surprised. Not here. There are too many men, and they seem as willing to kill me as they are all of you. Flight is the only option.
Come on.
Whatever is to be done now, it must be quick. They are coming.
Duncan, I beg you. Take my wife and daughter to safety.
I will, your lordship, but I fear I must ask for something in return.
Anything.
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
Truthfully, you were always my first choice.
Ooh.
I will take the Tyrna and your daughter to Ostagar to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then your daughter joins the Grey Wardens.
So long as justice comes to Hal. I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us. We will inform the king, and he will punish Hal. I'm sorry, but a Grey Warden's duties take precedence even over vengeance.
Oh, for fuck's
Hal
sake.
thinks
Come
he'll
on.
use the chaos to advance himself. Make him wrong, bub. See that justice is done.
Yeah, I am
Our
doing
family always does our duty first. The Darkspawn must be defeated. You must go. For your own sake and for Ferelden's.
Oh, I'm gonna be hero.
We must leave quickly then.
Bryce, are you sure?
Our daughter will not die of Hal's treachery. She will live and make her mark on the world.
Darling, go with Duncan. You have a better chance to escape without me.
Eleanor.
Hush, Bryce. I'll kill every bastard that comes through that door to buy them time. But I won't abandon you.
Yeah, but you're gonna die.
My place is with your father. At his side to death and beyond.
I'm so sorry it's come to this, my love.
We had a good life and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
I mean, you potentially still had a life ahead of you, you know?
Warn your brother. You know that we love you both. You do us proud.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
Yeah, don't you worry, I'm gonna take care of shit. Somebody has to.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korcari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Cailan. I didn't expect a
royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
No need, Duncan. You are Bryce's youngest, are you not? I don't think we've ever actually met. Your brother has already arrived with High Ever's men, but we are still awaiting your father. Dead? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Duncan, do you know anything about this?
Terran Cousland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken High Ever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north and bring Howe to justice. You have my word.
I like the sound of that.
No doubt you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds. Not until the battle is over, I fear. Until then, we cannot even send word. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being.
Well, sounds reasonable.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different. Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the Blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true Blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the Tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
Well, farewell then. Well, this all is going to go terribly wrong.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here. Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling. Wait for reinforcements. We sent a call out west to the Grey Wardens of Orlais, but it will be many days before they can join us. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay. Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the Joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon. The joining is dangerous. I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time. Until then, you must trust that what is done is necessary.
We had a hero here, so I'm not really worried.
No, there are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive. You heard what the king said. He is scouting in the wilds and beyond contact. Be patient. He will return.
Well, let's hope so.
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Your hound can stay with me while I attend to some business. The Grey Warden tent is on the other side of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.
Well, that's an achievement, alright. Last of the line. Let's take a look around here. Plunder some stuff if we can. Yoo-hoo. Oh well, oh well, oh well. That ended.
Now's better than later.
In some way. Well, there, soldier.
Make her watch over you, my lady.
Well, I don't know about that. Maker had been a party rather... let's just say asleep a bit lately when it came to my business. But you know what they say, eh? You want to have it done? Do it your goddamn fucking self. Also, looking at the clock, I guess I will take a break soon. But actually have something to do in the next day to come. Hello, you're not gonna let me leave, are ya?
Today, 2 units of men arrived every hour, and they expect to double that tomorrow. Still, the Teyrn worries that may not be enough.
I would be careful too, if I were you. What's this you're hiding there behind you?
The Tower of Ishal is off limits. The men stationed inside are securing it now. I think they used it once to watch for wilders coming out of the forest. By orders of Teyrn Loghain, the tower is being secured by his men to be used during battle. I'm told they discovered some lower chambers, and they don't know how far down they go, so for now, everyone's to stay out. I didn't see anything like that when I was there, but who knows? Goes back to the time of the Tevinter Imperium. Dwarven make. That's probably why it's still standing. Make her speed your steps.
Okay. That's a lot of interesting talk. Why you won't let me go in there, basically.
Make her watch over you, my lady.
And apparently everybody already knows I'm nobility. Well. Could be worse, I guess. Now this would be a good opportunity to take this fucking shield bash and...
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought. This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
Tell me
Used
about
to be a
Gloucester.
fortress long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Tairn Logain's closed it off until the battle.
I
This
know.
side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
Why would I swing a dead cat?
Quartermaster, he's just a bit to the northwest.
Good.
Probably in his tent. He and Tairn Logain are on the southwest side of the camp. The king likes to spend time with his soldiers, though. Sometimes even without his bodyguards. Drives Tairn Logain wild, that does. A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Gives me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars glaring at them. Can't miss it.
Not really surprising that the Templars would be a bit...
This is Ferelden, isn't it? The king has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible.
Doesn't sound nice.
Good luck to you, then.
I'm gonna find the rest on my own, don't you worry, man. I am an expert. And I have a map. Now, that's where the stairs and then everybody else's. But, you know, I suppose this will actually have to wait till next time. Is there actually any reason for me to put anything in? Oh, right, specialization. Teach more than blood magic. Terrorize the enemies, feast upon the salt of the slain bones, feel their own flesh and can unleash a bloody frenzy that makes them more powerful. Alright, so basically a berserker, the less HP you have, the better. Oh no, there's the berserker. Then we've got a Templar and a champion. Maybe I should actually read up on this a bit. Watch this. That's genau, that's combat tactics. Actually, I want to get my coercion back up. Bit more. And now let's look here. That required 24 strength, 22 strength. That's something to remember, I suppose. 34 strength, 40. Okay, so 40 is pretty much wanna be indomitable. Dum dum dum. That's actually sounding reasonably well. Wide enough band is still strong. You also hits low its critical damage. Nice, nice. What do we have here? Taunt. That's not very useful. I don't want to be the tank. Disengage. And perfect striking. We've got Threaten, Bravery, and Death Blow. At the end of the battle seems closer 10% now portion of stamina. Would be useful in the future. Okay, let's make a save here. Sure, let's call it like that. And on that very funny note, I shall take a break. And we shall be back with this again in the future. Until then, I bid you adieu.